like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and leave me a comment. Without further ado,
Hyperdellic.
Hey kids, it's Hyperdellic, and today we got something definitely different. I definitely don't do a lot of Disney on this channel, and I'm gonna be honest. I love Disney. I love Disney movies, but they're not my favorite thing in the world, right? When I was younger, I was definitely hardcore into Disney. But as I got older, you know, I grew out of it a little bit. But honestly, who ever truly 100% ever grows out of Disney? Nobody. My wife is a huge Disney fan. Huge Disney fan. My sister-in-law is a Disney fan. My mother-in-law is a Disney fan. My brother and his wife, my sister-in-law, are huge Disney fans. My brother even got married at Disney. I don't think I'd go that far. Sorry, Mike. But I still have a fond appreciation for Disney. And one of my favorite characters is Stitch. Stitch is by far one of my favorite Disney characters. He's me. That's just the way I see myself on the inside. I'm Stitch on the inside. And I'm sure a lot of you are too. Right? A little on the special side, a little crazy, a little destructive sometimes. And, you know, still gotta love ourselves for it. One of my other favorite Disney characters is Mickey, but it's Wizard Mickey from like the original Fantasia and stuff like that. I bought my wife one of the Super7 Ultimate Mickeys, and maybe one day I'll open it on here if she lets me. But this came on sale, and I know it's not a new figure, but I had to get it, and I've got to I gotta show it off, right? Because it's a fun figure. It comes with a lot of stuff. And don't tell her, but I'm getting this for my daughter for Christmas too. She's not allowed to watch my show, my channel on YouTube, so hopefully she won't see this. Hopefully she's not up at the top of the stairs listening to me do this. Otherwise, I'm an idiot. Let's be honest, I'm an idiot anyways. But this is, you can tell this is slightly older because it still has a lot of extra packaging. Super7 hadn't cut back yet by the time this came out. And we're gonna pull it off. And let's knock my photo equipment all over the place. Because, you know, it's huge. I mean, that's one thing Super7 does, is they put a lot into each one of their figures. And I talk a lot of smack about Super7, but I think I've also mentioned this before too. I own a lot of Super7 too. They tend to get some properties. I have yet to dip my toe into Thundercats, and I will not. I will not. I said that about Ninja Turtles too. But I'm not doing it. Not with Thundercats. I don't own any Thundercat stuff. And I won't until Motu does their crossover. Then I'll own some Thundercats. Then I'll be down with it. We'll take a look real quick at the box. It's very cute. Super7 always does a nice job on the packaging. It is an excellent purchase for somebody who is in package, who likes to, you know, keep their stuff in package. I don't understand those people. It's a toy. I gotta play with it. But let's take a look here real quick. Stitch. Stitch was illegally created on the planet Turo, where he was known as Experiment 626. Stitch's only instinct was to use his super strength and keen intellect to destroy everything he touched. I don't know why I think that's me. I don't have any super strength or keen intellect. That is until he escapes and crash lands on the planet Earth in the tiny island of Kauai. Shouldn't have been on the tiny island of Kauai. I mean, whatever. I'm not going to be a grammar snob here. Where he meets Lilo and his new Ohana. Ohana means family. Right? Right. Here's the bottom of the box for those who want the purchasing information, to track it down, to find it, to learn all about it. And then here's the top. I don't know why there's a big hole in the top. I mean, you don't see anything. I guess maybe it's to shine some light inside. Yeah, there you go. I mean, yeah, it's like, okay, I get it. I get it. All right, that's clever, Super7. All right, I'll give you that. All right, so without further ado, I'm gonna bust this open. Maybe we'll let it play. Do a little luau music while I open it. God, does this thing come with a lot of extra plastic. I'm going to be honest, I need to cut away, and I need to play with all of its little bits and stuff before I think I can give an honest review. So I'm going to do that now, and I'll be back before you know it. Alright, I'm going to do that.
Hyperdellic.
Okay, so I have played with all of his bits. Gross as that sounds. And I'm going to say this much. This figure is loaded, okay? There are so many fun little options with him that I just, you know, it's... Super 7 does a good job at what they do. Do I think that a lot of what they do is unnecessary? Yes. I mean, I wanted a Stitch figure. I got a Stitch figure. But I got a Stitch figure with a lot of accessories. A lot more than I bargained for, honestly. I didn't know I was getting this much. One of the first things that... Oh, hitting stuff. One of the first things he comes with is this little piece of cake thing. It's a stand. I mean, you can put him on there, or not. It's hefty. It's a heavy piece of plastic. Like, it's not light. I got to assume that Super 7 could have saved themselves some money just not doing that. I don't find that to be very necessary. But he comes with 4 extra heads. 4. 4. I don't know why, but he does. One of the heads is this little chef hat, okay? Kind of fits well with the cake, right? Doesn't stand up very well by itself. But then he also, to go along with the chef hat, he gets these little oven mitt hands, right? See, they got pegs in them, so you can pop his hands off and put them on. Here, I'll show you what one of them looks like. Like this one. Okay. Hey, look at that. He's got an oven mitt on. I don't know how many people out there were going, man, I really hope they make a Stitch with oven mitts. Like, I just don't know. I mean, maybe there was somebody. Maybe. Doubt it. Now, he does have... I replaced one of his hands, because he has a regular hand, but he has another hand where he's holding a snow cone, and I thought that was adorable, so I went with that. And then he has the licking the snow cone and getting brain freeze head, which is cute and hilarious. And you know what? For the sake of this review, we're gonna put the snow cone hat on. Maybe. It's a little difficult. Boy, get on there. Can't get it out. Holy cow. That was not easy. And the cape kind of came off in the process. But it's adorable. On all of the heads, the ears articulate. Okay? You can do all kinds of things with the ears. These come down on this one. This one has ears that are a little weird, but the ears do pop out, and you can swap them out for a different set of ears if you really wanted to. They're all adorable. They all look good. You can mix and match them if you really want to. And if you notice, they are all slightly different. That's his original head. There's the one that goes with the cape, right? Because when he's like super Stitch, and he's got the little cape on. And the cape is like a really nice cloth goods cape with metal wire along the edges, so it's all bendy. But yeah, see, if you wanted to, you could pop out one of these ears, swap it out with this one. Now he's got one ear going up and the other ear going down. I mean, you can. There's a lot of possibilities with this figure. A lot of possibilities. That's a cute face too. It's kind of funny. Hopefully I can get it off. All right, there we go. And then the last head that he comes with is this one. And he also comes with the glasses that goes with the head. All right. So you can pop the glasses on. Oh. Right? It's cute. It's adorable. Yeah, I'm gonna pack him back out the way that I had him in the first place. Because this is my preferred look for Stitch. This one is. I like it. It's cute. He's adorbs. He is a little hard to balance But you know what? Using the cape with him kind of gives him a little bit more balance. You can prop him up on that a little. One of the final accessories that he comes with is this gun, but it's a hand, right? So you can't just put it in his hand. You got to swap out his hand, which is, I don't know. I mean, they should have done it differently, I feel like, but hey, whatever. Super 7, Super 7s. So yeah, those are all of his tiny little details. Let's take a moment. We're going to zoom in, and we're going to take a look at all of the finer details of his sculpt. Right? Because, that's what we do. All right, let's do it.
Hyperdellic.
All right. Getting all zoomed in on his face. As you can notice, there's a couple of little scuff marks. He came out of the box that way. I put him in hot water and tried to see if I could get rid of those. They're not super noticeable, but it does kind of irk me that they're there. So be careful with him. You can scuff him easily. Like, I literally pulled him out of the package like that. So I did not do anything to create those scuff marks. But we'll take a look here. You can see there is a nice sculpt here for the mouth. You can tell that the mouth and the jaw are a separate piece from the head. So that's not painted. That won't wear out in time. The eyeballs are not so lucky. Same thing with the nose. The nose is painted. We're going to move down. Like, this cape is a really, really nice cloth goods cape. It's fun looking. It works pretty well. If there's anything that I can gripe about the cape, it's that there's just too much of it. but I mean, it's good. It is. It's a cute cape. I will say this much: all of the paint details are very nicely done. There doesn't seem to be a lot of mist paint. No slop. I always like that. I appreciate that, especially from a line called Ultimates, right? Like, here's the back. It's cute little button butt. There's your maker marks. He does have peg holes on his feet. And then he's got the copyright Disney on one foot and Super 7 made in China. Or made by China. I'm not sure what that says. Let's see. Does it say made? Yeah, it says made in China. So Super 7 makes their stuff in China. Just remember, we're going to get tariffs on all that. Go Trump. Oh, God. Anyways, he is overall a fantastic figure. Let's talk about his articulation. So he has ball with rockers, and pegs for the shoulder. Elbows are single jointed, and just kind of move on that rocker peg right there. It looks like he equally goes either way, which is weird, but whatever. Hand is on a horizontal rocker. All of the hands appear to have horizontal rockers. The mitts appear to just swivel on a ball. Okay. If you want to see what the hand looks like pulled out, that's what the pegs look like. Okay. To come down, we have a diaphragm cut. Right? So he swivels. It's like at the waist. It would appear he can go 360. And then his foot is right there, and that just, I don't think it doesn't appear to pivot. It looks like it just spins 360. There is no forwards and backwards with it. So all of your positioning has to be done with the leg. The leg doesn't have an incredible amount of range either. I'm always amazed by Ultimates figures and how ultimate their articulation is not. But overall, I think this is probably the best Stitch figure that's on the market right now. There is a Stitch figure that's produced by Disney. It's those Disney Storyteller figures. And that one is really nice, but it's not as detailed as this. It's made with a slightly cheaper plastic. It's definitely not as premium. Definitely doesn't come with as many heads. It just comes with the one. And it's probably about half maybe 3/4 of the size of this. So, are you getting are you getting $50 worth of action figure with this figure? I mean, when you add in all of this plastic that they give you with him, probably. But I mean, I don't need any of that. I'm literally satisfied with just this. So I feel like Super 7 doesn't try when it comes to making an appropriate price point. It's like they've got to make a certain amount or there's just not going to be any try. And that's why they lost a lot of the Disney property stuff. They just don't try when it comes to making it accessible. Like Stitch should have been at the most maybe a $30 figure. Forget all the extra heads. Give him a chef hat or something that can, suction to his head. Maybe an alternate face like this that would work with multiple accessories. They do a really nice job with sculpting and painting, but they do a terrible job at decision making. That's how I feel about Super 7. Like they're not their figures are anything but the ultimate, okay? Like it's great, but it's not the best. Like you feel as though there could have been some better choices made. Do I love this figure? Yeah, I love this figure. This is a really cool figure. He is actually on my desk. Well, not right this second, but he's one of my desk figures for now. His Storyteller's version is also on my desk. That's how much I like Stitch. And I also, like I said, I got this one for my little one. So, and I think she's gonna love this, especially all the chef hat stuff. She is who that was made for. But she's gonna dig the heck out of this because it's a cool, super premium action figure that Daddy got her. So I'm excited to give it to her. I think she's gonna enjoy the heck out of this, and she'll definitely pose it and put it on her shelf and enjoy checking it out and grabbing it whenever she plays with her dolls and stuff like that. So do I regret getting 2 of these? One for me and one for my daughter? No, I don't. You know why? Because they were on sale. Because I spent less than $30 for them. That's why I don't mind. All right, let's do a little bit of action posing with him. We'll do some photos and then we'll close it out. All right?
Hyperdellic.
Okay, and we're back. And time to do our final thoughts. On a scale of 1 to 10, I think I'm going to give him an 8.5. The paint is excellent. The design is very, very good. The sculpting is always amazing with Ultimates. But what I think takes away from this figure is its price point. There is absolutely no reason why Stitch needs to be a $50 figure. There's just not. Do I think you guys should go out and get one? Only if you can find it on sale for a reasonable price. This is the reason why Super 7 lost the Disney contract. This is why they're not going to be making Disney characters anymore. They can't sell them because they want to make too much money off of them. They're idiots. I know I'm not in the toy industry. I know I don't know all the particulars. And I know how Brian from Super 7 loves to make sure that people understand that. But, oh, there's more to it than that. There really isn't. People want what they want, okay? I wanted Stitch. I didn't want Stitch and 1, 2, 3, 4, cake, this gun with the hand, glasses, I'll take the snow cone, and the oven mitts. I mean, I didn't need all of that. I understand that they threw all of that in there to get it up to the price point of $50, but therein is the problem, right? You didn't need all of that. You could have just sold a figure for $30, and people would have been happy with Stitch and maybe a couple of little accessories. Give them a hand that can hold something. Nothing about this figure screams Ultimates. Do I love this figure? I do. I dig him intensely. But that's just because he's Stitch, okay? I like that he has ear articulation. I like that he has a couple of options when it comes to hands. but he doesn't really have many. And the options that he comes with is snow cone or no snow cone, gun or no gun. There's not much more. Oh, and the oven mitts. I mean, but the oven mitts, honestly, that only works when you're the the baker hat version of him, and that only really works if you're really trying to say that Stitch is a baker. I don't know if that's everybody's favorite. I think they did what a lot of toy makers do. They wanted you to spend a certain price point, so they stuffed a lot of unnecessary stuff into this figure. Stuff that most of us would be like, that's going to go in a bag and go in a drawer. I mean, honestly, that's what's going to happen with most of this stuff. It's going to go in a bag, and it's going to be in a drawer. I like the cape. The cape is dynamite. The cape is fun. I like the snow cone hand, obviously. I do like the brain freeze face. Which one was it? Not that one. I like that face. That's a fun face. It is kind of funny, and I appreciate it for what it is, but it's not necessary. I didn't need it. I didn't ask for it. I just wanted Stitch. And that's one thing that I have to say, and I will always critique Super7 for, at least with the Ultimates line. They give you more than you want, and that's not a good thing. Because they're only giving you more than you want in order to justify the price that they sell it at. It's just nonsense. And I hope that Brian from Super7 sees this video. He probably won't, but I hope that he does. And I hope that maybe a little bit of what I'm saying gets through to him. Because Super7 does have a lot going for them. Their sculpts are really good. Really good. The stuff that they did with the Ninja Turtles is outstanding. I have a Godzilla done by Super7 Ultimates, and I really like it. It doesn't come with very much, but I really like it. I have a lot of reaction figures by Super7, and they have a fun factor to them. Their Sesame Street line is by far outstanding. Like, I love it. Those are great little figures. So Super7's not awful, but they have terrible articulation, okay? It's not great. It is noisy plastic, right? It's a premium plastic, but it's not the most premium plastic. It's not always perfect. And I hate to be griping about it because I do really like this figure. I do, but I just, Stitch is very indicative of where Super7 goes wrong a lot. Like, they fall short of doing what the consumer wants. And they go, well, we're boutique. Yeah, you're boutique because you make yourself boutique. You say you're boutique. You poster it all over the place when you do an interview and stuff like that. It's not for everyone. No, it's not. But that also costs you the Disney license. It costs you the Disney license. It's going to cost you more than the Disney license in the long run, too. I don't think Super7 is going to go away anytime soon, and I don't wish that on them either. But losing Disney it's a hard hit. That's one that goes straight to the gonads. Disney wanted them to sell more, and they wouldn't make the price points work right. Too greedy. There's no possible way you cannot shave costs down. Consumers spoke up and they shaved down the cost of the packaging. They listened. They finally did something about it. They need to stop trying to get a $50 price point out of every figure. I will give them credit. Their new cartoon version Thundercats are only $35. That's a start. That's good. That's what we want to see. I don't want a giant box filled with a million extras. I want an affordable figure that looks really good. And that's what Super7 is strong at. Making a good-looking figure. Okay? The articulation doesn't necessarily have to be amazing. How many of us have all kinds of action figures that have crap articulation, but they're still some of our favorites? I know I do. I do, right here. I got plenty of them. And I still love the heck out of a lot of them. It doesn't have to be the most amazing articulation. And believe me, when you buy a Super7 Ultimate, you're not getting that anyways. It's definitely not like Revoltech or Amazing Yamaguchi or Hot Toys or any of these, like, you know, any of the major, like, super awesome figures, you know, with crazy amazing articulation. It's not any of those. They're fun, is what they are, and that's what they do good. And that's what they should stick to doing good. And start learning to make their figures more cost effective. You're going to sell a lot more of these Super 7 if you keep the cost down. I know you see it every time these things go on sale. I know you see that the sales go out the door when you know, all these figures, they sell when you put them on sale. You just need to make it at that price point and stop giving us this. Who's using this? Nobody's using this. I mean, some people might, honestly. It's kind of funny. Throwing the glasses on him and then having the little Aunt Jemima hat, which, isn't it like it's a bra or something, isn't it? It's funny. It's funny and it's adorable, and, you know, that's Stitch. But it's also not necessary. Okay, I think I have lamb-basted Super 7 more than enough. I know, bro. I know. I gotta say what I gotta say. You know, it's okay. Stitch, tell everybody what they need to know. Alright, so you gotta support the channel. If you haven't already, hit the like button. And then subscribe and turn on notifications. And then, you know, you can join the channel and become a member, and you will help support the channel financially. And then, if you want to, you can also contribute via Patreon. That's nice too. Alright, well, that's enough, Stitch. We don't need to sell anything else. Okay. I'm right here. Alright, thanks, man. I appreciate it, little buddy. So, on that note, this is Hyperdellic and Stitch saying, we love you. I love you. Oh, that's nice, Stitch. You love them? Oh, I love them. Ohana. Yeah, see? Ohana. You're all Ohana. There you go. That's nice, right? I hope you guys have had a great day. If it's the beginning of your day, I hope the rest of it is amazing. And I want to remind you all to play a lot. Play all the time. Play with all sorts of different lines of figures. Don't just stick to Super 7. You know, give Marvel, you know, Hasbro a chance, and Mattel, and all of those guys. Definitely Jada. Give Jada a chance. I love plugging Jada whenever I can. Those guys are doing excellent work. And, you know, just play. Play hard. All the time. Every day. All right, guys. Peace out. Bye.